Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now June 25th of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans around the world have been very skeptical about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney, Lucasfilm, Bob Iger, Bob Chapek, and everybody else on board like Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, George Lucas, all working together as a team. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the great thing about the future of Star Wars, at least at this point in time, is the fact that George, John, and Dave are all working together, and they're really trying to deliver authentic Star Wars stories. And we do know that Dave Filoni is always considered to be the protege of George Lucas, right? He is pretty much the guy who really took on a lot of George's work with the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels and really brought it to life for the fans to really be satisfied with. And with the Clone Wars Season 7 that we got just not too long ago during this year of 2020, let me tell you, I mean, it was a really great addition to Disney Plus and to Star Wars overall in general. It started out a little slow for me in the beginning, but it really began to pick up, I would say, midway through, where we got more stories involved, you know, with Anakin, Obi-Wan, and more, and even Ahsoka and Darth Maul. So, with that being said, of course, what's really intriguing about the Star Wars franchise is that a lot of things are currently happening. A lot of changes are being made to this ever-evolving franchise by all the creatives now on board with this new Star Wars universe, right? They really have to really make their decisions very carefully here because they don't want another backlash like The Last Jedi. So, with that being said, with both Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, and George Lucas all working together as a team in order to give the fans a better future for Star Wars, Bob Chapek, the new Disney CEO, has been hiring new creatives to become a part of Lucasfilm to evolve the Star Wars brand even further. However, it's noted that behind the scenes, currently and in the past, has been quite a mess between creators of the Star Wars franchise. Pretty much not all that exciting, since there's always creative differences between many others out there. Now, it's explained that Dave Filoni has had a grudge against Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy and actually has been very angry with her for a number of reasons, and that she was the one responsible for not allowing Dave Filoni to fully explore the worlds between worlds in the Clone Wars Season 7, where at one point in time, Dave Filoni was developing a side story in which Anakin Skywalker would discover and travel through the worlds between worlds and would be able to learn aspects of the past of the ancient Jedi, the Sith, and yes, even the Whills. This was an idea that Dave worked on for roughly 3 months before Kathleen Kennedy canceled it. Pretty much not a surprise, since she did the same exact thing with The Rise of Skywalker to J.J. Abrams. So, moving on, not just that, but also he was going to introduce the Whills in the Clone Wars Season 7 in a new and surprising way that would have changed how fans view the Star Wars movies, where this plan by Filoni was worked on for a period of time before Kathleen Kennedy also deleted the concept for the Clone Wars Season 7. Filoni, however, is said to be working on a new animated show connected to the Clone Wars Season 7 that will explore his abandoned concepts thanks to Kathleen Kennedy, and that he will have full creative control over this new project for the fans to enjoy. So let me just say one thing right here, right now, is that whenever we think about Star Wars, it's always been hit or miss under Disney. This is pretty much a given fact at this point. If you just look at the history of Disney Star Wars, obviously, you know, with The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, those are the two big ones that a lot of fans had issues with, right? Rogue One, I guess you could say, was probably the strongest point of Disney Star Wars, and Solo: A Star Wars Story was in fact entertaining, but it did have flaws. In fact, I believe it had quite a bit of flaws, but I still thought it was a very fun and entertaining movie and a great addition to Star Wars. So I really bring it all down to the spin-off films, really, that really were at their highest point. The Force Awakens, you know, pretty much was a dead-on copy of A New Hope, but I digress. There are parts of The Rise of Skywalker that I fully enjoyed, but there's other parts in it that I really do despise. So with the Clone Wars Season 7, of how a lot of Dave Filoni's ideas were completely put into the trash because of Kathleen Kennedy's creative differences with Filoni, I can fully understand as to why he would be angry with her and would be holding a grudge against her. And I can only imagine how much of a relief it really is for Filoni to now have full control over this sequel to the Clone Wars, or this new Star Wars TV series in animated form that's going to be connected to the Clone Wars. is that he's going to actually be able to explore exactly what he wanted to in the Clone Wars Season 7. Let's not forget that Filoni cares about the fans, and so does Jon Favreau. They are very passionate, they don't play around, they really want to deliver a great experience for the fans to enjoy, and they really actually want to develop a better future for Star Wars in general to really make it just as successful as the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? So, like I've said before in the past, Kathleen Kennedy, this is further proof that she was always incompetent as a leader, wasn't really well fit for Star Wars at all from the beginning, and that's pretty much that. So, with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.